Deb Berman with Justmeans here at the ICCR conference in New York City. I'm here with Bob Langert, who's the VP of Corporate Social Responsibility at McDonald's Corporation. Bob, thanks for taking the time to speak with us today. I'd like to start, first of all, McDonald's has a long history of working on a wide variety of CSR initiatives. Can you talk a little bit about what's going on right now, specifically within the supply chain and sustainability? It seems like some interesting stuff is happening.
I'm glad you asked about our supply chain because I think that's our biggest focus in terms of how we can impact the world. The way I talk about it internally at McDonald's, I'd say about 80%, even 90% of our impact on the world is through our suppliers. So how we work with them, what policies and programs we initiate, I think that's probably our most important role that we have. I mean, we buy about $20 billion worth of food and paper. So how we set direction for beef and poultry and toys and potatoes, etc., I think has a big impact, not only in our business, but these suppliers can't do it just for McDonald's. So in some sense, it becomes an industry norm. So yeah, we're doing some very innovative things, I think.
Is there one program in particular that you'd want to kind of highlight?
Yeah, there's one that we actually haven't talked about too much publicly yet, so let me tell you about it.
Tell us about it.
We're going to talk about more of it in the future, but we've just developed a very, very proactive, visionary policy that we're calling the Sustainable Land Management Commitment. In essence, what we're saying is that we want all of our food products to be sourced from places and land that is certified to be sustainable.
Certified by whom?
Well, to be determined.
Okay.
By a credible third party.
Okay.
You know, and there's different ways to achieve that. And we know that's bold, we know it's visionary, we know it's hard to achieve. But we're determined to do it because we think for our sake, for McDonald's, to have an assured supply of things in the future, we've been always trying to figure out how to influence our suppliers that might be 3-4 steps removed from what we buy. Because our direct suppliers are not the suppliers that raise the crops on the land or raise the cattle on the land. We tend to buy from processors. So this is our concept of influencing upstream suppliers.
Even farther back from the folks from whom you're buying.
Because when it comes to sustainability issues, really that is the bigger impact. However, it's harder to impact it. And the issues are more systemic. And so this is our way of setting the direction with our suppliers. Now, the way we're going about it is every year we're going to go through an assessment of our supply chain, and we're going to pick, by working with very credible NGOs, and right now we're working with WWF, who's helping us analyze our supply chain. We've opened our books to them. We say, hey, here's what we buy, where we buy it from, geographically, here's where it is, here's our quantities. Then they overlay the sustainability kind of vulnerabilities around the world, and they're coming back to us with what our priorities should be.
That's great.
And I can tell you one thing, I already know what the number one priority should be.
What's that?
And that's working on beef. When it comes to beef, beef has environmental impacts, and I'm convinced from talking to a bunch of experts that we can make beef more sustainable. So that's our vision, is to have supplies like beef come from sustainable sources.
Well, the world will be waiting for that information. The Justmeans community will be waiting for that information. Thank you. This is really terrific. I'm here with Bob Langert, who's the VP of Corporate Social Responsibility at the ICCR conference. Thank you so much, Bob. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.